White's endgame checkmate tactic swung a balance, opening with the king's pawn, controls the center, and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The French defense prepares for d5, but blocks on the light-squared bishop in exchange for strong center and counterattacking chances. d4 grabs full control of the center and opens up the dark-squared bishop. This misses an opportunity to strike at the center with the pawn. This permits the opponent to take a knight. The clearly correct move for a threatened pawn. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This threatens to win a knight by trapping a piece. This allows the opponent to win a knight by trapping a piece. White attacks a trapped piece and will win a knight. This fianchettos the bishop by placing it on a powerful diagonal. This overlooks a better way to tactically win a knight. Out comes the bishop, helping to solidify the position. This kicks the checking bishop away with the pawn. This permits the opponent to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. Taking that knight wins material after the follow-up trades are made. A straightforward recapture. A clear recapture. Moving from its starting spot, the queen gets involved in the game. This leads to losing a pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to prevent castling. This is the only move that works. This evades the check from the queen. A solid choice. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. One of the best moves. This offers an equal trade of pieces. A good choice to move the queen and avoid the trade. Not optimal, sending the knight to passivity. Applying pressure to white's pawn chain. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This forces the opponent to double pawns. A straightforward recapture. This defends the attack pawn. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Applying pressure to white's pawn chain. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. This attacks white's pawn chain. This maintains a balanced material with good trade. A clear recapture. This allows the opponent to pick a knight. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This leaves a pawn without defenders. This is the strongest option. This threatens to eventually win a knight. This stops the opponent from being able to eventually win a knight. Castling queen side tends to be more active than king side because the rook is closer to the center. This pins a knight to the king. A very strong play. That pawn was free for the taking. A solid choice. This protects an underdefended pawn that is under attack. This is a fair move. A straightforward recapture. This wins time by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. This leaves a bishop without defenders. That was a free bishop. This steps away from the checking bishop. This is the only good move. This captures a knight and eliminates a threat. Very precise. A clear recapture. That's an unfortunate error. This is the only move that works. This allows the opponent to win material through a skewer. That X-ray attack will win material for black. Right on target. That was a free rook. Pushing a pass pawn. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This defends the attack knight. The pass pawn moves towards its goal. This threatens to tactically win a knight. One of the best moves. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This permits the opponent to set up a blockade. A very strong play. This avoids clear danger. This misses an opportunity to defend a knight that was under attack. The pass pawn moves towards its goal. This is the only move that works. Pushing a pass. This is the strongest option. This evades the check from the rook. This threatens to eventually win material. This threatens to eventually win material. This stops the opponent from being able to eventually win material. Sacrificing the knight was the right idea. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This loses a knight. This misses an opportunity to capture a free knight. The clearly correct move for a threatened knight. Very precise. This evades the check from the rook. This defends the attacked rook. This is the only move that works. Pushing a pass pawn. Right on target. This misses a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. This leaves a rook without defenders. That rook is free for the taking. This is the strongest option. This continues down the road to checkmate. Very precise. This continues the checkmate threat. Right on target. This continues down the road to checkmate. This is the strongest option. This continues down the road to checkmate. A solid choice. This is still on the road to checkmate. Very precise. This continues the checkmate threat. That was one of the best moves. This is still on the road to checkmate. This overlooks a better way to evade the check from the opposing knight. This is still winning, but a quick checkmate was missed.